today we are going to go over the back squat. Whether you guys are using it for muscular endurance, you're using it for some hypertrophy, or you're using it for some strength or maximal exercise, the squat doesn't change, only the weight does. So, first of all, if your rack is here, you want to make sure you're facing this way. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people do this, and then walk it out that way. Okay, that's fine until you go backwards, and you trip, and you lose the bar. If you go forward, okay, 1, 2 steps back here, go forward, I'm in, I'm safe. All right, that's the general consensus there. Especially after you're tired and you've done several sets, it's easier to walk it out when you first unrack it than when you've done several reps and then you go to rack it, you're fatigued, and you lose it, fall backwards because you can't see where you're going. Here, I'm not trying to get to a target. I'm just stepping away so I don't hit this when I do a squat. So, you're going to step in under the bar. None of this lunging stuff. Step in, hips are square underneath the bar. I've got my hands in a nice comfortable position. I'm going to get them as narrow as I can without doing this. I'm going to pull the bar down into my traps. Elbows are activated, so as I'm pulling down, I'm also bringing my elbows back. So that tightens my whole upper back and allows me to have a really nice, strong position. I'm also going to think about locking my ribs down. As I send my hips back, back stays nice and tight, and I'm up, down, hit a good parallel movement, up, down, up, big rack. There you have it. Okay, if you have racks here, this would obviously be set up higher to where if I lose it, all I have to do is sit down, and then my bar is going to go on these racks. Okay? If you have bumper plates, it's easy to let the bar go off your back, lunge forward. You don't want to do that because you can still get clipped. Ideally, if you don't have a safety rack, you have someone spot you here. Let's say I'm the lifter here. Someone stands behind you here and puts their hands in front of your shoulders, and then they squat down with you. All right? Ideally, you don't get to that point. So, you have to decide who needs to be maxing, why are we maxing. Can I do a 3 RM, which is still 3 reps at the maximal load, and predict what my 1 RM would be and still get good percentages off of that? Or am I a power lifter or an Olympic lifter and I need to be doing 1 RMs because that's my actual sport? So, you decide what's best for you. Just remember, 1 RMs, doing 1 RMs all the time is not necessarily going to make you stronger. We'll talk about periodization at some point, or we've already talked about it, but that is the general setup for a back squat.